Hi, and welcome back to Purple Collar Life. In this video, I'm going to be talking about why I will not be buying this 6x14 trailer from Tractor Supply, and I think the reason might surprise you. So before I tell you why I won't be buying a trailer like this, let me talk to you about some of the things I really like about it. One of which is this spring-loaded gate. So it is pretty nice and heavy duty. It does have angle iron several places along it, so it doesn't seem like it would be as easy to bend with loading the trailer on and off as I've seen some other trailers that only have a couple bars. Seems like that mesh area and the actual tailgate or ramp gets bent pretty easily. This one seems like it's pretty good, and it does have supports down here underneath the bottom of the gate that keep it pretty stable right there also when you're coming onto the deck. Another thing I really like is this really nice thick box tubing that is the rail the whole way along the top, and then also these heavy duty pieces of angle iron that attach that rail to the bottom of the trailer. You can see there are several anchor points along the side like stake pockets, full fenders over the tandem axle. This trailer has 205 75 15 tires, nice black painted rims. It's got tail lights on the back, lights here on the front. I like that you can see these out the mirror of the truck, so you can just quickly flip on your running lights and make sure your lights are connected and working. You can see that nice tube box frame continues here to the front, and there is an edge cap over the edge. Now this one does have a really nice Tractor Supply toolbox added to the front. That's perfect because, as you can see, that's where your battery goes for your breakaway brakes, and then there's plenty of storage room for your tie downs and straps. This is a carry-on brand trailer, like I said, from Tractor Supply. These currently sell for, I think, $36.99 at Tractor Supply at the time of the filming of this video. Nice coupling there. It is the larger 2 5/16 size. Heavy duty chains, breakaway brake controller, and you can see it has the power box right there. You can test the battery. This trailer does have 2x6 really nice heavy duty decking, so that is another thing that I like about it. So added on to what you would actually get from Tractor Supply was that tongue toolbox, this spare tire and bracket that holds it over top of the frame, which is really nice to have a spare tire. Anytime you have a trailer, it's a good idea to have at least one spare. I always recommend 2 if you can. So let's talk a little bit about the specs of this trailer. Like I said, this is a carry-on brand 6.3 foot by 14 foot tandem axle utility trailer. Information about it. This does have 2x8 treated wood floor. I think I said 2x6. These are 2x8 planks treated. It does have the A-frame tongue. Approximate trailer size is 6x14, but actual bed width is 6.3 feet. Coupler size is 2 5/16. Bed length is 14 feet. Empty weight of this trailer is 1,500 pounds, and it has a 7,000 pound gross vehicle weight rating, GVWR. That means your capacity of this trailer is 5,500 pounds. So that's pretty good. Only 1,500 pounds empty gives you 5,500 pounds of capacity. For me, that is plenty to haul my side-by-side, my John Deere with the front end loader on it. It might even haul a Ford 8N. I'd have to check on the way to the 8N, but I'm pretty sure it would haul a Ford 8N if you needed it to. And like I said, the concern on most of those items is the ramp. So we'd have to check and make sure the ramp is heavy duty enough to handle, say, the 8N tractor pulling up onto it. But it looks like it's built pretty well. That ramp is, it tells me on here how long it is. So the back gate or ramp is 49 inches long by 72 inches wide. In a future video, you'll learn why I was hauling the side-by-side on here. This is our Polaris Ranger. I recently did a long-term review of the Ranger. So I did mention earlier that I like these stake pockets, but what I don't like about them is on a normal heavy-duty ratchet strap like this, the hook won't fit down through it. You know, it'd be nice to go from the inside and get that hooked on, or to run it down through and then back up over the top. But it's just a little bit too small for these hooks to go down in. So then you end up hooking just over the outside, and that always leaves more potential for, you know, it bouncing and jiggling out and coming loose over time. So I do wish that there was a way for this to go inside there down through. So I wish these stake pockets were a little bit bigger. The other thing I wish is that there were more of them. There's one at the front, one at the back, no stake pockets in the middle anywhere to tie things down to. And when it comes to tie downs, I will tell you that in my CarMate enclosed trailer, I added D-rings on the boards, and that was super helpful. Now, I'm not sure exactly how these boards are tied down, so I don't know if you could pull up on D-rings here, but it would be nice to have a couple more tie down points on this trailer. This trailer does have LED lights on it. I'm not sure if those came from the factory or if those were an aftermarket add-on. So I said earlier I'd tell you at the end of this video why I would not buy this carry-on trailer from Tractor Supply. And I'll tell you that it's not because there's anything wrong with it. I've done the math, and here's what I figured out. We own a lot of land here at the homestead, and in all the time I've owned that Polaris Ranger, I've never had to haul it anywhere. We just use it here around the house. I've also never had to haul my John Deere tractor anywhere. If it does need service or attention from the dealership, my John Deere dealership is great. They come and pick it up, work on it, and bring it back to me. So that is not a need for a trailer there. I'm always using my equipment on my property or my parents' property, which adjoins our property. That's easy to get any piece of equipment to or from either place. So why would I not buy this trailer? It's not because there's anything wrong with it. It's because I found a great place to rent it. So for about $60 a day, I can rent this trailer. And I did the math. I'd have to use it 66 times to justify buying one. And since I've only needed it twice in the last 4 years, it just doesn't make sense to me to buy for about $4,000 by the time you add the toolbox on the front, the spare tire holder, the registration, you're titling it every year, the battery for maintenance of the brakes. It just doesn't make sense to me to buy one of these at this point. Now, I'm not saying I never would buy one, but for $60, that's a great deal. And if you're in the Hermitage, Grove City, Western Pennsylvania area, I'll give a shout out. This is not a sponsored video. The business that rents out this trailer and several other trailers is veteran owned. It's a local business. The guy does a great job. He's super nice to deal with. It's a legit rental business for trailers, and I can't say enough good things about him. He's been great for us to work with. And like I said, $60 a day, it just doesn't make sense for me to buy a trailer like this at this point in my life when I don't need it every day. So even if I used it once a month, it would take me 5 years of use to justify using it every single month before it would make sense for me to buy rather than rent. The other nice thing about rent is I don't have to worry about any of the maintenance. So, you know, when the deck starts to wear down, or if it needs painted, or if it starts to rust out, those won't be my problems. I'll just call that number. He'll have one that's ready for me to rent, and it just works out so nice not to have one more thing sitting around here. For a long time, I thought it'd be nice to have a trailer like this, but now that I don't have to have it stored on my own land, and for $60 I can rent it anytime I want for 24 hours, it just makes sense to me to rent it when I need it and not go out and buy one. Hopefully you found this video informative and entertaining. If so, please give us a thumbs up down below. Leave those comments down below, and we'll see you again the next time. When you have a F350 crew cab with the long bed towing a 14-foot utility trailer, that makes one long total rig.